absolutely. How long did you play guitar for Larry Graham?
I probably was with Larry and those guys. I want to say about between 2 and 4.5, 3 years, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So mid '90s, and then
Okay.
yeah, up until mid to late '90s, up until about 2003. I think we did the California Music Awards in Oakland. They gave him an award. They gave like Green Day an award, and I think 2003 was the last, like right, kind of like the rounding off of the shows that we did.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that was around the time that Larry was playing with Prince. So I know
Yeah.
you had to kind of see him finally up close. What was that feeling like, finally seeing one of your heroes up close?
That was cool, man, because we got to what Prince would pop in on our shows from time to time for Bliss, and because
Mhm.
we Bliss would open up for Larry, and then Bliss would be the backing band for Larry,
Okay.
and Larry being the bass player for Prince, Prince would do his whole little thing where he'd pop in a club and he'd be there watching you. You wouldn't even know that he watched you till after the show, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But they pulled up in a bunch of buses in San Francisco. I think the club was called the Independent in San Francisco in the Fillmore. So
Okay.
they pull up, and I don't even know if he's in there or he's coming out or not. But we do a show, and we have a good show that night, and Prince was there. We freaking they watched us do our thing. We played with Larry, and then they had a show, I think, the following night in I think the Shoreline or something like that. Down, over by me. I'm out outside of San Francisco now. And then after that, Prince played a smaller club. Like one of my favorite clubs to play in San Francisco is no longer there anymore. It's owned by Boss Skaggs, and it's
Okay.
called Slim's. So Boss Skaggs Slim's Club, they just did like a show, just pop up, tell the club 10 minutes before something that, hey, we're coming, we're taking over. And he'd come, and we didn't hang out backstage. I'm on the tour bus. Eddie Murphy's on the tour bus, and it's just crazy. But you watch from the side of the stage, you watch somebody with a level for the craft that is very inspiring. And it's going to do two things to you. It's going to be like, you know what? I'm going to quit and put my guitar down and
Yeah,
never play again.
yeah.
Or I'm so inspired that I'm going to just freaking
Work
grind so
harder.
hard
Yeah.
and focus on my instrument, and, his guitar tech was calling me. I think after the show that they saw us play, they were like, man, you need to come out and try out for the band. And I'm like, man, it's freaking Minneapolis. And then, I would talk to his guitar tech, this guy named Takumi. And I said, Takumi, what's the weather like out there, bro? He's like, well, it's about 14 degrees. I'm like, 14 degrees?
Oh no.
He's like 14 degrees below
Yeah.
zero.
Oh
I was
no.
like, wait a minute, we're not doing no negative zeros, bro. But
Mm-mm.
I heard about all the things you had to do to be in the band. So they told me I had to learn the band, basically a funk style, a pop style, which I could handle the funk and the rock and the pop stuff. And then, like sometimes he would just, play a jazz festival. So you would have to learn the whole same, 400 songs, which I don't know nothing about jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm clueless. There's too many chords and notes, and my fingers just don't work that way.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I passed, and then I wish I just would have went down there. But a friend of mine that was playing with Larry Graham at the same time, he went down and he tried out, but he didn't end up playing for him. He ended up playing with the Revolution later on, after Prince passed or whatever. But
Mm.
yeah, it's rigorous to play with Prince. In hindsight, I wish I would have just went down there and even if they told me no, I wish I
Yeah.
just would have did it.
Yeah.
Would have
Just
had
give it a chance. Yeah.
yeah, good story to tell at least.